YouTube Gaming is a new YouTube platform on which people who play video games can watch other people play video games. And of course, I made fun of this because there are people watching other people play video games.
Yoga, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
But 8 hours a day, that can't be good for you.
Well,
Staring at a screen.
Well, you know, to be honest with you, like in my job, I stare at a screen for pretty much 8 hours a day.
And one thing we do know about gunman Adam Lanza, he was a big fan for many years of violent video games.
Employer, I went on the air and said I was going to leave if they ever signed a long-term contract with Esports.
This is esports. Tens of millions of people have embraced it as a culture and as a legitimate competition. However, much of sports media treats esports as a joke. As LeBron James is praised for his physical attributes, these gamers deserve recognition for their mental dexterity and reflexes. What do people really think a sport is?
Alright, can you define what a sport is?
I would say that it is a competition between two practiced individuals.
I think a sport is... I'm not sure.
Probably anything that involves physical activity or work.
What about esports? Why do the best gamers in the world receive so little recognition when they are held to some of the same standards as traditional athletes? Professional video games, or esports, are revolutionizing the gaming and entertainment industry. With pro players, leagues, coaches, and corporate sponsors, esports have become the norm in millions of people's lives. The largest esports are competitive team-based games either in the MOBA or FPS genres. A MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena. League of Legends and Defense of the Ancients 2 are the most popular games in this genre. The main objective of the game is to work as a team to destroy the enemy's base. Each team is made of 5 players controlling one of over 100 different characters. Each professional player spends hours perfecting his craft, with some playing over 10 hours a day. So the problem is, some people don't really like esports. Like this guy.
How can you not make fun of that?
Because what's wrong with them having fun? This is what they're good at. They like it.
Yeah. And then eventually they sit on a couch for months and months. And then we all have to pick up the tab on Obamacare because they never left their house for 17 years.
The problem with esports is in its recognition. Media personalities such as ESPN's Colin Cowherd completely take esports as a joke, and therefore translate as such to the public. Why does the public perceive esports as a joke?
Well, I think the overwhelming influence of the media has pushed us to believe in the negative consequences of gaming. The old generation just has trouble understanding the skills required to play these games at a high level.
The media has influenced many to believe that esports is merely an easy way to make money. With this negative publicity, the majority of people believe that esports is nothing but a lazy activity. In reality, professional gamers have strict schedules and a rigid lifestyle, often requiring multiple hours of exercise per day, 10 hours of scrimmaging other teams, team-building activities, and a strict diet, all while living in a house with teammates, coaches, and game analysts. Although most professional esports teams keep salary and compensation contracts confidential, one new team decided to release statistics upon their creation. Team Embers gamers earned a minimum of $70,000 a year in salary, along with getting free housing and equipment. This is most likely a smaller amount than a majority of esports teams, as Team Ember is still relatively new and has smaller funding. There have been many cases of Chinese and Korean teams offering over $1 million in the top players' contracts. In addition to the gamers' pay, the team management is also subject to this high pay. In an opening for a head coach at pro team Team Liquid, a coach would get about $32,000 a year along with free food, housing, and equipment. Due to the rapid evolution of technology and an increasing acceptance of esports as a legitimate industry, the future of competitive video games is bright. As new talent enters the scene, players and games will become more competitive and stakes will be heightened in tournaments. Lee Faker Sang-hyuk was only 17 when he led his team to win a world championship for $1 million and became known as the uncontested best League of Legends player in the world. Since then, he has won 2 more world championships. Currently, he has earned over $800,000 for himself in prize money alone. As more and more money becomes invested into esports, tournaments, and development, the legitimacy of esports will begin to be noticed by a larger amount of people. With this increasing amount of attention, esports can grow into one of the biggest businesses in the world.
I can't think of anything less interesting, but I'm totally in the minority. First of all, explain how you can make a profession out of this. How do they actually get paid?
Yoga.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole tournament, how many people watched, or like just in the most watched game?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want from me?
I wanted you to give me a number.
700,000.
It's too late. It's already written.
Daniel, you ruined the video. Your questions need to be
Yoga.
With professional wrestling, it's for booger eaters.
Yoga.
Yeah.